Shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, Bashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great most on the royal wall. Shalom to the brothers and work considering truth. Um, yeah. So you got this situation in Myanmar where a while, well, I think they mentioned like early February, there was a military coup in the country. And like really since then, like that might have been going a bit wild. Cause they've just been lacing people off. So it really ain't been stopping. Like for them, man, them are experiencing hell, man, at a higher level of intensity. Cause as you can see, you got guys protesting it. But what the military just straight wigging these man. That's actually mad. Man is just getting mowed down, like but in the hundreds. It was over 100 people. It's just like, yeah. That's essentially, these men are obviously feeling backed enough to pull off what they're doing, man. And really, for these men in Myanmar, that shit would have come as a shock. Because before this coup happened, you know, they might have just been other fucked up shit they had to deal with. But then what? Other fucked up shit they wanted to deal with. But then it's now compared to what the scale of what they're dealing with now, where you just got people going around wigging kids. Apparently, I don't know how young they were. They said like under 16. And multiple. I was thinking, oh, it's kind of wild. But yeah, man, sprinting away. Man said prepares a Molotov cocktail. Yeah, innit? Fucking hell, yeah. Yeah, it's actually wild. Of man's in his sandals, dashing Molotov cocktails. Like that's what, that's completely different. When that shit comes over here, people aren't gonna believe it. But what it's gonna be in living color, man, that shit's, because that's what, hey, people don't realize this is what over here is heading to as well, man. A complete breakdown of where men are just going ape shit. But for this, I don't even think this is everywhere. Like men are just resisting everywhere. It's probably by and large, you also got a lot of people just kind of eating it. And said they're getting hit by airstrikes. God damn. What's it, Jamaica? What's going on? Yeah. So these men are fucked. These men are fucked. These men are in a completely fucked situation. And that's the thing. These, as far as it's been, because especially over the history of Esau, whilst Esau's been in the rulership seat, he's been living nice on his part, and then just sending off his militaries, armies to go and create scenes like this, man. Just mass destruction. So for the vast majority of people over in the States, over in Europe, they ain't really experienced dire times like this. They ain't like for Britain. The only time really is what, the Blitz. But then it's even for a lot of them, they would have just gone to the countryside and they wouldn't have seen shit. But it's what? This is that, that pure chaos. That's gonna come. That's what Yahweh Shem Yahushai is pushing out onto the earth. Cause okay. So this is a report. Myanmar forces fire on funeral. Crackdown continues. So this is Myanmar security forces opened fire Sunday on a crowd attending a funeral of a student who was killed on the bloodiest day yet of a crackdown on protests against last month's coup. Local media reported. The escalated violence, which took the lives of at least 114 people Saturday, including several children under 16, has prompted a UN human rights expert to accuse the junta of committing mass murder. Yeah. Because these men are essentially just going apeshit. And it's, that's the thing is people, especially in the West, they like to think that, society is just too advanced, too civilized for these kinds of things. You don't realize it's the law's getting ready to open up on this place. This place is going to be done. It's all that glitz and glamour and bliss and joy, that everyone's enjoying now. That's all going to be a memory, man. Because why? You're going to have situations of madness going down. And that's because of what? The judgments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai. And to criticize the international community for not doing enough to stop it. So yeah, that's the thing as well. With these things being pushed out, you then got a justification for all these other countries, mainly the US, to just come in and just be like, bang, swoop in and set some shit up, which is possible, but we'll see. It says what? But okay. Okay, but it has not so far stopped either the demonstrations against the February 1st takeover or the violent response of the military and police to them. Local outlet Myanmar Now reports that the junta's troops shot at mourners at the funeral in the city of Bago, Fofia, Mang Mang. It says what a 20-year-old killed on Saturday. He's reportedly a member of the All Burma Federation of Student Union, which has a long history of supporting pro-democracy movements. And it's funny because like that democracy is being presented as the greatest final system that everyone needs to adopt. But ain't really gonna. That's democracy is gonna be forgotten. Democracy is some BS. That it's got its season, but it's just a complete mess, and it allows simple manipulation by the by the elites. So this is what some of the funerals held Sunday became themselves opportunities to demonstrate resistance to the junta. At one in Bamo in the northern state. Of Kachin, a large crowd chanted democracy slogans and raised a three-finger salute that's come to symbolize defiance of the takeover. Family and friends were paying their respects to Shui Myint, a 36-year-old who was shot dead by security forces on Saturday. Yeah. It's basically become that fucked realm where you're essentially madness is going down, And hey, you gotta hope the Lord keeps you, man. And that's what. Hey, it's going mad over there. Okay, yeah. So there's a 13-year-old killed for that. Yeah. So that's. Wait, how many are dead? 456 people, 59 people have been killed since. Okay, wait. Hmm. Men said carried bows and arrows. Alright. So yeah. This, this scene, the scene just seen here, these things are gonna come over to the west. Because it's really not expected, man. They're not really looking to the judgments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to make a return. They're not looking for Yahushua to make a return. They're not thinking about end of a civilization, end of an age. Despite, the mounting evidence, their society's been tapering off. These guys have what's the word? Not even lax. They're essentially being contented, man, by all the, soft pleasures that this place offers. But hey, when reality comes in, it comes in. Them man, hey, reality kicked us out. Them men are making Molotovs. Man's dashing Molotovs in his sandals. That's how real it's got. First Thessalonians 5:3, it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Yeah. Say peace and safety. They're basically just thinking like, yo, this place is good. It's gonna continue. Esau's BS. There's all that runs out here is just gonna keep going. But ain't so. Ain't so at all. It's a massive level of judgment is gonna come down upon this place, man. Yeah, it's travail upon a woman with child, because it's like when that water breaks, there's no expectation of time. It's even Esau tries to say, oh, here's the expected due date, but that's just a ballpark. You can have babies in there for like 2 weeks longer, come out 5 days early, all these different things. But what? It's occurring. It's gonna come. It's gonna go down. So that's the same thing as well with the judgment. Judgment against this place is gonna go down. Isaiah 13:14, and it shall be as a chased roe, as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Yeah. Let me go over them. So this is what? Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Yeah. And that's a portion of what these men are experiencing, man. Said like that's why it's like what they're carrying the coffin instead of the coffin for the 13-year-old. That's them burying their youths. But it's gonna be turned up, man. It's gonna be grades higher than what you're seeing going on over there. Because the thing is, like a military coup. Hey, that's some fuck shit. Them guys are it's peak war. That's not something new. That's not something that's never before been seen. When dealing with the judgment you have, Hashem Rashad, final judgment that when the time of, then it's what it's on a different scale, and it's gonna be ramping up to a never before seen points, and that's why it's gonna be mad. And this is what. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Yeah. So all that money, all that wealth, all that's being labored for on this side, it's not gonna them guys ain't gonna care. Says their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Man. No mercy, man. And that's what we're witnessing. Them man just mowing man down to the point it scores hundreds. For you to actually kill hundreds, because the thing is, even if they were to just like spray a strap into a crowd, you're not getting bodies like that easy. Especially if you're aiming like just around the stomach, chest area. You ain't really aiming, you're just spraying a thing into a crowd. That's fucked. But it's like, for you to go over 100 people, them man had to be going in. So boy. There's Matthew 24:2. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Okay. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Well, yeah, sign of thy coming, the end of the world. When that time, because why? And Yahushua answered and said unto him, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. Yeah, so that's a key factor. You got a lot of people out here claiming to be Yahushua, and really it's the image is that main way that many have been deceived. Esau's crafted that image and then used immense witchcrafts to get that on people, man. Brought that in by conquest, all that. So it says what? And ye shall hear of wars and rumours of wars. See ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Yeah, so wars and rumours of wars. These things are going to come to pass. So for us, that's why it's like people watching, like, oh my God. But no, it's for us, we're just like, yeah, these things need to go down. It's a sign of, hey, the Lord showing what the zone he's in, man. How he's looking to get down with people on the planet Earth, man. But yeah, that's why it says, what for nation shall rise. Oh, okay. No, it says, see, be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah. So it's gonna be grades worse, man, because there's gonna be war stacked on top, famine, pestilence, earthquake, and you can see with this, this thing going round, when it's like whatever issues are getting exacerbated by it, and that's how so it's like when you get multiple disasters, man. You had that Illuminati card game. They had the card combined disasters, man. When you get them combined disasters, hey, it magnifies it, man. But yeah, it's, that chaos, that death, that destruction it's gonna become old hat, man. It's gonna become expected. But yeah, yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yeshua, Shem HaKadosh, Shalom.